Paul and the importance of customer service. Persuasive speech presentation, Timothy McLaughlin, 27 June 2026. Chick-fil-A, Disney, Lexus, Starbucks. What do all these companies have in common? Customer service. It's my pleasure to inform you that the answer is customer service. As every one of those brands is in the customer service business, and they know it. You may think they sell chicken, cartoons, cars, or coffee, but they know that they are in the customer service business. Each brand is centered and focused around customer service. When you order an original chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A, you get a certain feeling. When you order a s'mores cold brew at Starbucks, you get a certain experience that cannot be duplicated. At Lexus or Disney, you and your family are the star. These brands are built on the foundation of customer service and the experience that you were given via their workforce. Great customer service is not just about please and thank you, but is a part of a larger business strategy to build business and brand loyalty. Through the building of brand loyalty, profits also increase in the short term and the long term. Great customer service also builds reputation in both the digital and brick and mortar marketplaces. Don't believe me? Let's talk about how customer service translates into straight cash, homie. Based on a combination of customer experience rankings and financial reporting, let's break down Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is ranked number 2 on customer satisfaction in the casual dining customer experience rankings. Chick-fil-A parlays that into an average of $7.5 million per location with an estimated store count of 2,552. McDonald's, who falls further down the list, does about $4 million over 13,457 locations. And rounding out the pack is Wendy's, who has a hilarious exit count but seems not to value customer service as much, coming in at $2 million on 6,030 locations. Now, food isn't enough to persuade you to why customer service is important. Let's talk about cars and trucks. Lexus makes a great car, but it's the customer experience that keeps customers loyal to the brand. Have you ever been inside a Lexus dealership and experienced the way you're treated? It's a top tier experience. There's always great coffee, a VIP lounge, and places to work or just relax while your car is being serviced. Down at South Point Mall, you still get free valet if you drive a Lexus. The industry-leading service package that comes with the purchase of a Lexus doesn't hurt either, but it's the small VIP level treatment that keeps people loyal to the brand. My mother-in-law only drives Lexus, and she says it's because of the experience. Now, me, myself, I don't drive a Lexus. I drive a Ford, but that's because Lexus doesn't make a version of the F-150. But back to food. I'm the father of 4. 2 of my kids are year-round athletes. I have a wife, a full-time job. I'm a full-time student. I own a business with my wife and another business by myself. Needless to say that I spend a lot of time in drive-thrus. Due to the different level of customer engagement and customer service, I'll pass by 5 McDonald's and 5 Wendy's to drive an extra 10 minutes out of my way just to go to Chick-fil-A. And it's not for the food. It's because when I go to Chick-fil-A, I feel like they appreciate my business and I'm welcome there and I don't feel like I'm a nuisance to the employees. Now, now you look at what great customer service can do for a brand, but let us look at the other side of the coin. You've been flying with an airline for the past 20 years. It's the way you travel for business, to see your family, to take vacation. It's been your app provider of choice because you love that you don't have to lock in a seat choice. You are an early riser, so you get to the airport early, and it's first come, first come, first served seating. You have saved money over the years because of the policy. The policy is unique, not like the other guys. It's made you loyal, and then boom, January 27, 2026. The two-way street of loyalty is interrupted, and then your favorite airline is just like the other greedy airlines. This is what happened to Southwest Airlines. They broke their covenant with their loyal passengers, and the outrage has cost them from a branding standpoint and on the balance sheet. Now, with all this customer service talk, let's discuss the real reason why we're here. P.A.W. The 3-step principle system can offer positive benefits to any business. Perception, action, and will is a system that I designed to assist businesses with customer service needs. I will speak on each principle individually to illustrate the need for great customer service in this rapidly changing world of business. The Paul customer service, good or bad customer service. Christina Cohen, a senior product marketing manager at Salesforce defines customer service as a support you offer your customers both before and after they buy and use your products or services that helps them have an easy, enjoyable experience with your brand. Customer retention, employee retention, troubleshooting, problem solving, referrals, brand boost, increased customer lifetime value, culture, and competitive advantages are just some of the benefits of customer service. If these values are followed, promoted, and pushed, your company or brand is in great hands. But one or two wrong steps could tank your brand or your business. Now that we know the values and what customer service is, let's put our paw on it to ensure to promote good customer service inside our businesses. First up is the P. The P is for perception. In business, perception is everything. Remember earlier when we discussed Chick-fil-A? Over time, they have built up the perception of great customer service. You expect great customer service at every visit. If you show up to a Chick-fil-A and receive bad customer service, it leaves you with questions and a belief that maybe it's just a one-off. Yet your perception prior to your visit and after is that you will always receive great customer service. Perception in the business world is reality. Take Bankrupt Blockbuster Video. Some of you are too young to remember the movie Rental Giant, but they had a policy that exploited human nature and eventually became a huge PR problem for them, even though at one time the policy generated large profits. The policy was to charge daily late fees for late returns. By nature, people get busy. I talked about how busy I was earlier. And they forget things, and forgetting and being late at Blockbuster could cost you more than just the initial VHS tape. The late fees gave the perception that Blockbuster coveted profit over customers, a huge customer service flaw. This perception eroded brand loyalty and made it easy for consumers to jump ship to then upstart Netflix. After perception comes our next principle. A is for action. Remember the show Cheers? The place where everybody knew your name. People love the show because of that concept. Everyone likes going to what feels and is perceived to be familiar. But we aren't talking about perception anymore. We're talking about action. Starbucks, to be exact. I love Starbucks. I'm there all the time. I'm writing a speech at Starbucks. The thing about Starbucks, like Cheers, is that when you come in enough, everybody knows your name. Reason? Every time you come in, they ask for a name for your order, and then they write your name on the cup, a lot of times with a little cutesy message. That's the action. Asking for your name, writing it down, you feel familiar, and not like order 999. That's the action behind good customer service. Make people feel seen, familiar, and they will come back to you where everybody knows their name. Now we have the P and the A. Now let's go for the W. W is for will. Let's walk back in the good old Blockbuster for the W. Blockbuster's actions led exactly to what not to do when speaking about will and customer service. The landscape was changing. The industry was shifting under Blockbuster's feet, but Blockbuster did not shift. They stayed static. Consumers wanted on demand from their couches, and Blockbuster's wheel was following the old business model of come down stores and check out our inventory. The wheel of the customer went out. Blockbuster's unwillingness to change with the times to satisfy the customers ended with the once Teflon video rental company going out of business. Speaking of Teflon, well, polyurethane, or as we all know it now, Tupperware. Earl Tupper, the founder and creator, took a product that was in abundance that was sitting as a scrap and found a use for it, turning it into food storage containers. Now, this showed his will and ingenuity, but not only did he have the will to create something to help solve a customer problem, he then took his show on the road, going into homes and putting on presentations instead of having consumers come to him. His will was to educate the customer on what it was, why they needed it, and why they should stay loyal to the brand. And a few $1 million later, he was right. I've spoken on the benefits of the P.A.W. system and why it is important to the needs of good customer service. Perception, action, will form a system that solves a problem in the fast-paced, constantly changing world of business. There's a need for great customer service in today's business world. Blockbuster, no. Southwest, no. Chick-fil-A, Tupperware, Netflix, Starbucks, Lexus, they all practice pause. Customer service is about pause. Great customer service is pause.